Hello, yes. I'm catching up with one of the best ghost hunters in the UK. Please introduce yourself, sir, again to all those people that listened to us in October last year for a spooky event.
Good morning, Mark. It's Stephen of a Gathering of Ghost Hunters. And how are you feeling today, Mark, on this hot UK Sunday?
Well, it's absolutely scorching over here in Cardiff, and the sun's out, and it's around about 32 at the moment, and it's
Not
burning
good.
hot. It's not good. But can you just tell us, Steve, what you've been up to since we last spoke?
Gosh, since we last spoke, I've been doing loads and loads of things. You name it, I've been going. I've been visiting, I could name you loads of stuff. In the past couple of weeks, I was at Kenilworth Castle's grounds. We had some great activity there. I moved a spirit over, a modern spirit, unfortunately, that eventually was told that they were asking for help, and I asked them if they passed over in our time, and they did, and I moved the spirit over, which was pretty amazing when we did it live. I've had loads of. I contacted a historic person called Robert Dudley, who was the one that was having an affair with Queen Elizabeth I. Strange activity we had at the Kenilworth Castle grounds. We actually hearing noises, we heard voices, we got EVPs, electronic voice phenomenon, which we do. And that's just some of the places. Last night I was at the famous Cannock Chase in the UK. Have you heard of Cannock
I
Chase?
love Cannock Chase, and I know it's full of strange, phenomenal incidences. Am I right?
Exactly. Yeah. Last night we went looking for First World War and Second World War army camps there,
Yeah.
which we found. So we were walking through that area. There was a lot of people in there last night, so we had to sort of move away from that area. So we're going to probably end up going back there in less seasonal times. So we've got a whole place to ourselves. But the whole forest is full of everything that you can think of. It's been a black-eyed girl has been seen, which we believe last night we had contact with her.
And what did he
Black-eyed
say?
girl.
What did that person say, by the way? For everybody that's listening, you captured this. What did the person say to you, Steve? And you're a professional. I just want to make people aware. Steve works with us very, very closely here at Music on Radio 1, and also he's a member of our staff here at MWM Studio. And we just want to say this: Steve is not one of them make it up guys. What Steve says happens. So please, Steve, can you just reveal what that person said?
Which person? The spirit. Which
Yes,
spirit?
yeah, yeah, the
Last night, you
black-eyed,
mean?
yeah, the black-eyed girl.
Okay. We've visited there before, and we've done some research, which is quite personal and deep. This person, there was a real life murder in Cannock Chase in 1960, between 67 and 69, one of them 2 dates, yeah. So we did some research, and we found out where these murders took place, because over the years there's been people seeing visions of a little girl walking around. She comes up to you, daytime as well. There's witnesses' statements, which is on the internet. Anybody is free to look at it. The Cannock Chase spirits that's been seen there. So we went and had a look for ourselves. Like while we were there, we took a couple of pictures and we captured something really strange. Probably we estimate about 9 feet tall. Got a strange looking head on it, which we can't explain what it is. It's unexplainable. Apart from cryptids has been seen there. So we didn't know what that was. So we're in the area where the murders took place. We are asking out, and then a little girl's voice came in through, and we asked who her name was, and then she told us our first name. The name was Christina, which is one of the named people, which is all over the internet, that was in that area in 1969 that was taken their soul was taken by someone.
Now, let me
Very
just say,
famous, very famous. I've got to
can,
be careful. I don't want to give
yeah,
no
yeah, can I just,
anything away. I've got to be careful with that.
yeah, can I just stop people? Um, I know Steve and I've known him for over a year. He doesn't do his research. He goes to a place, by the way, and he just turns up. Um, and there's no way that Steve would know that woman's name. Am I correct with that saying that,
Well,
Steve?
no, we did know that, like, because it was
All
all
right,
over the
okay,
internet already. Okay,
I
other people,
apologize. I
other
do apologize.
investigators have actually, sorry, other investigators have actually been there and done. So we went to see for ourselves if they were, to try and get confirmation that we could contact this person. So
Right,
when we
okay.
go there, we ask out on our spirit boxes, etc., and this person came through telling us their name. Okay, but this person, I believe, is not who they are. I think it's maybe a spirit that's pretending to be a little girl. Although others have caught things on footage of cameras over the years of this little girl. So we basically tried it ourselves, and we got something in the area where the murders took place all those years ago. And she seemed quite nice. She seemed to like me. But the most freakiest thing we had was we separated from each other. And probably about, I don't know, 200 or 300 yards away, I sent one of my colleagues down there with a spirit box. And the spirit box we were using, this spirit was talking to us and he just kept saying, I'm
Can,
here, and kept mocking, having laughing with me when I was asking out.
can
But
you
my other
just
colleague,
before we carry on, can you just explain to the listeners what a spirit box is, and then we can carry on? Sorry.
spirit box is a device that we use, which is using radio waves, white noise, and the spirits try to use their voices through the white noise. So we particularly use a special one called the SPP7 spirit box, or we use ITC devices like. So basically, we ask out, and then the spirit will try to make the words through the spirit box to talk to us. We've had some great results over the years. I've had loads of conversations with different types of spirits. So that's what we used there. And unfortunately, we did get something really cool there, but we think this spirit was lying to get us separated. Why she does that, we don't know. So we prove that these people that have been capturing these different entities, she's been seen in daytime. She almost looks as solid as what we look. We didn't actually capture. We capture her on film, but only through like still photos, yeah.
Yep.
But this one particular people of all these witnesses, they've seen this girl, and she comes up to you, and she looks like she's lost, and she always has her face away from you. So me and you being adults, you may say in daytime, well, hello, you all right? What are you doing? You okay? You're not lost, are you? The spirit allegedly turns around, looks at you, and just doesn't speak, and then screams and opens her eyes and her black eyes. Now, I would love to capture that. I haven't yet. Others, witnesses are like, walking their dog and
Yeah,
credibility. You got to speak
yeah,
to them, you got to take what
definitely.
they say. But
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
investigators like myself, if we try to capture that, so we use thermal imagers. You know what thermal imagers? Don't need to use it when they look for things through when if you're buried, etc. The fire brigade use it, etc. The police helicopters use a thermal imager.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, including infrared.
What is the
So
worst? Yeah, but what is the worst spirit you've ever come across for the
oh,
listeners? Right. Okay. Um,
the
think
worst.
about
Oh,
this
well,
now.
gosh,
And
yeah.
before we say this, Stephen is a professional. Please do not attempt this at home. Otherwise, Steve, just tell him you're gonna you.
Well, okay. Over the years, of course, you got to be careful what you're doing, though. I mean, obviously, like if you're going to do it slowly, learn it with baby steps. Don't think, you're going to start calling up things like that, because sometimes you can open doorways and not close them. And don't mess about in your own house unless you know what you're doing. My advice is like, if you were going to be an investigator, take your time, do your research,
Hang
be
about with
respectful,
hang
be
about with
respectful.
people. Yeah, exactly, and listen to people like you. Now, Tell us, what
Yes.
was the worst thing you've ever come across? Come on.
The worst thing I've ever come across was a demon. It was a case I was working on probably about 4 years, no, about 4 years ago, we'll estimate it now. There's a case I was working on, and someone asked me to help a family. So the family had contacted myself, and I'd contacted them, and stuff like that. I looked into it. So I got a demonologist who was involved with me at that time, a good friend of mine, to ask me about what to see if it was real or not. Like, apparently these attacks were being done at their home through a guy that they'd put up in the house, and he was paying rent, and they decided to kick him out, and he put a curse on them. Now, what was this spirit? Well, allegedly a demon. Okay, so we were helping them, and they were in a place in Brighton in the United Kingdom.
Don't
So I
mention
started helping the family.
don't mention the address, please, by law.
No address, mate. There's no address been mentioned on it, and I wouldn't anyway.
Yeah.
Even their names are Mr.'s and Mrs. X.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of it was on the media as well. This has nothing to do with me. That media was a bit separate to me.
That's fine.
We were, I was helping them, and was getting involved. So I decided I said, look, what we need to do really is get more proof. So we worked it out that I was going to go down there and go into the house and get some proof of this alleged, what they were calling a demon. So in other words, what were we calling a demon? Why they call it demons? Because they were getting these marks on their bodies, which was like in three like scratch marks on their bodies, but it was getting worse and worse. So I had a word with the Catholic Church, and they had to authenticate it as well, the same as us. Okay. Meanwhile, we were waiting to go down. 3 weeks went past. We was on investigation on that particular night. I kept saying to them, like, about what this, I was dealing with. My team, I tell them, but I've got to be careful what I'm telling them, because if I get them involved, they'll start, might start overthinking it. So I said to them, like, well, we will be going down to visit, like, yeah. And on that particular night, we were doing a session, and we were doing a Ouija board session, a spirit box session. And on that night, we had this male spirit come through, pretending he was a friend of mine's father. So I said, go with it, and we'll keep asking who the spirit is. And then it just came out with these words: you will fail when you go to help that family. You will fail. And as I turned around, I went, who are you? And he went, demon. And I tried to get its name, and it just laughed at me. And I went, well, we were not going to fail, because we will prevail over you. And we were like, obviously, in Warwickshire, getting these messages from this entity that how the hell it came through, we don't know. So after that, we closed the spirit box down, we closed everything down, we went our way. And of course, I was still dealing with it. But after about another week after, I started feeling this uneasy feeling about it. Yeah? Okay?
Yeah, no.
So I decided to, keep in touch with the church, the Catholic Church. And the Catholic Church said to me, we definitely think there's a demon there, like, you know what I mean? And, okay, we need to get its name. So we had a few people look into it to help me to try and get this demon's name, because it would not give its name, and they won't. They will refuse to give you his name, right? Yeah?
Yep.
But what was happening, it was affecting us. Me and two other team members were being affected when we were up here.
How was it affecting you?
And
you guys?
It was making me feel really, it made me feel, it started making me feel like really down. Like I couldn't concentrate on what was, so it was all about that.
It was
drawing my energy.
Yeah, it was drawing your energy.
Exactly. I was getting dreams of this entity and stuff like that. I've never had it before in my entire life, and I've been doing this for years, like, yeah. But this was really trying to get in my head. But the most spookiest thing was my colleague, who was involved at that time, and he would tell you this to your face, like he would.
Yeah, yeah.
He was driving, and he said to me, it was just like out of a horror film. I go, what do you mean? He goes, I had to stop the car, like, yeah. And as he stopped, there's these crows, and there was hundreds of crows came towards his car, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And just surrounded his car, freaked him out. He actually rang me on that particular day when it happened, And he said, it made him feel like anxiety, he said, when he's seen that. So I said to him, don't worry about it. Don't worry, but we're not going to give up with this entity. I warned the entity. So what we did, we carried on as normal, and then I kept in with the family, and then we got the Catholic Church involved. The Catholic Church had to get permission from the Vatican to do their stuff.
Yep.
And then I was going to go down, but I said to my own team, I think it's the best thing to do is if you want to come down with me, it'll be at your own risk. And also, you won't be coming in the house. It'll have to be me and my own. And they said, well, I said, because I'm telling you straight, this thing could probably hurt you without even realizing it. It'll hurt you in a way that you won't even see physical. It'll get you mentally for your family and stuff like that. So in the end, I decided that myself, in the end, and the Catholic Church who I spoke to the father, and I said to him that he wanted me to come down, but in the end I said, I don't think I should. I think it's going to be dangerous for yourselves as well, I think you should be careful. So we sort of backed off. Still getting things happening around us, but after the initial setup of them meeting the family and that lot, and saying to me, yes, it is real, we're going to go ahead with trying to get rid of it.
So how did you
I spoke
get
to
rid
the
of it?
priest.
How did you get
Well, it
rid
wasn't
of
really me who got rid of it. It was the Catholic Church. So what they did is did a visit to the house. The first visit was quite overwhelming for them all, and they do a mass. So they do a full Catholic mass in the house. So I kept in with them, and they had to do, from what I gather when I rang up, it was probably around about 3 or 4 visits to the house, because the spirit was mocking them. Wouldn't go away. Kept on telling them, no, you know, I'm staying here. You're not going to get rid of me, and I'm going to take that family. I mean, obviously, I still remember those words. I always remember when I phoned up and I spoke to the father of the Catholic Church, like up in the UK, in Brighton. He said to me, please, Stephen, can you do me a favour tonight? And I went, I can, Father. He said, please pray for us. And I said, I will, to try and help them to get rid of this entity. So I did. I prayed to help this family, so this entity would leave them alone, and they would remove the demon from the house for good. So I personally did my bit.
How did you feel after that?
After that initial talk to the father, I felt a lot better, because what I did, it really made me, think like that. What I do is it's not always.
Is it like a weight off your shoulder?
Exactly what you just said. It was like something was taken away from me. It was like the light. I always call it the light, the energy of light. But exactly, they did finally remove it. But Mark, it could still come back.
Oh, right.
4 years down the line, I don't know. I had to keep that family's name out of the public, so we have kept it out. Whether anybody else has now, in the end, I moved away. I sort of kept my contact that way. But I'm always in contact with the Catholic Church, because they're the ones that will back me up if I ever meet something like that again.
Now, do you think before we carry on, again, I must stress this for the listeners. Please, 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 I beg you, do not attempt this at home. If you think you can do all this, well, you're a fool. Because this man, Stephen Herbert, the best in the UK, is a professional. So please, please, if you want any advice into doing this as a career, no doubt Steve, you've got a Facebook page, am I correct?
I certainly have, Mark, yeah.
Well, can you do all your links, please, for all the listeners?
Yeah, I could. If they were that interested, contact me. It's a gathering of ghost hunters, which is one page we run, and we run groups as well. The main one would be, the best contact would be on a gathering of ghost hunters if they wanted to contact me. which is based in the United Kingdom. The groups, if they wanted to join, they certainly could join them. We've got a haunted doll section. We run haunted dolls, haunted spirited dolls. And we also run another group called Haunted Spirited Universe, which is linked. And you could contact me through any of them, or just basically contact me personally, but don't inundate me. Don't inundate me with all the calls, because I get quite a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I do, Mark. I did. I honestly got one only yesterday, and someone was asking me for advice. I do try and give advice, but when there's too many, I can only help so many.
Exactly.
But exactly, I would try and give someone the best advice. If you're going to do it with a, with respect.
And also with a
Exactly.
professional. Don't go out.
Yeah, don't just run in and think you're going to be a
ghost.
I'm going to start taking on everything. I'm going to get rid of that ghost, because it doesn't always work. Like, it took years for me, and my skills came from when I was born with a gift, and I feel I'm born with a gift, like, so, which is a gift of I can see. So I usually know what's going to happen before things happen. And I've been a medium all my life, so I do pick up things, and sometimes it can freak people out. But I truly believe in the main person, which is, I'm not getting into religion, but I believe in God. Because that's the only protection that we've got when you're out with something that could be potentially harmful, if it's you meeting the ultimate, which is a demon.
Two things.
We have got a picture. We've got a picture of a alleged demon. Very spooky. You know what I mean? Very spooky. I've been scratched 3 times in the name of the Holy Trinity. I have, and I had to move the spirit away. I managed to do that on my own with no interference from the Catholic Church, etc. But the person that was with me, it really overwhelmed him. He said to me, "I'll never forget that."
Can I just say this?
I'll never forget that.
Can I just say this? 2 things. I'm going to join you very, very soon, live, in person, with a ghost hunt. I'm going to come over there and join you to show it's not fake, right? And secondly, we're joining up with you very, very soon for a ghost hunt night, and you're going to be in a place that we don't know about, right? You're choosing the place, and everybody that's listening will be able to go over and follow us. It'll be live on Facebook, YouTube. It's going to be on Twitch TV, so if you're on Twitch TV, you'll be able to go on there. It'll be live on, like I said, on YouTube. And also, as a gift, obviously, Steve needs paying. Buy him a cup of coffee, and you'll be put into a raffle. And Steve will draw out the winner, and he will give you, right, a Amazon TV stick. So for the cost of a coffee, £1, and you go in and give a cost of a coffee, you'll go into a draw, and at the end of it, Steve will do the draw, and you will win yourself an Amazon Fire Stick. How about that, Steve?
That sounds really good. Really good, Mark. I think they'd love that.
I think everybody
I think they'd love that.
Just buy Steve and his crew a cup of coffee. We'll put the links on when we do live. Steve, I'm feeling very spooky at the moment, and I can't wait for this live TV. And also, I'm packing my bag already to come over and see you guys, to join you for a spooky weekend.
Exactly, Mark. And the thing is, like, that Mark doesn't realise this, everybody, like, he's never done one before.
No.
So, Mark, I've got something that I will be doing with you. You will be involved with the experiments.
Oh.
And Mark, don't be scared, Mark. No, I'm going to make you the voice. You will be the voice of the dead.
I'm
going to say you up. You will be speaking. Your voice will be speaking back, and you will be the voice of that spirit. And the experiment I will be doing live, that'll be, Mark. If you're up for that, Mark,
I'm up for that.
We will.
I'm,
You'll be safe. I'll make sure you're safe. You'll be safe with us. We
I
will.
know you are. I know I'm in safe hands with you. And you're a professional. And I keep saying this. Please, 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 do not attempt this at home. If you want to try it, hang out with a professional first and let them understand what you know and what they know, and it's life makes life a lot better. Am I right, Steve?
Exactly. It's the same as anything really, like, but except if you're not explaining about the unknown, the unexplained phenomena in this world, like, yeah,
Yep.
and you're opening yourself up to different things. It could be,
The
obviously, it could be
unknown.
good spirits,
The unknown.
and it could be bad spirits. The unknown, yeah, unexplained phenomena. You're going into the paranormal zone, like, yeah, and you've never done it before. It can be quite scary unless you understand it. It could take a long time before you do that. So yes, I totally agree with you. And obviously, Mark, we will be when you come with us, you'll find out exactly what we do, how you'll feel. We will put you through your paces as what we would do
and
for if
and
someone was coming
and
with
I
us as
will
a guest.
definitely listen to you and abide by your rules and regulations, etc. But don't forget, everybody, follow us very, very soon as we go live with the Ghost Hunters, the best ghost hunter in the UK, Stephen Herbert, live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch TV. Please, please watch it because we're giving away an Amazon Fire Stick. All you need to do is buy Steve a cup of coffee. The link will be on the scroller on the TV. It's just £1 basically. It could be 50p. As long as these guys get their petrol money, they're happy. And this is going to be a biggie, and it's going to happen in autumn when the time before Halloween.
Can't wait to do it. We can't wait to meet you, Mark, as well. And let's find a spooky place for you to
Yes.
come and visit.
Oh, you're doing it again, aren't you? You always do this to me. You make me feel like, ooh, yeah. Thank you, Steve, for hanging out with us, and we'll catch up
You're welcome.
very, very soon. Again, last word. Catch up on your Facebook page. Tell everybody.
Our Facebook page, what we did, like I told you, we went last night to Cannock Chase. I think this week, maybe if it cools down, I'll be doing my haunted dolls this Wednesday. Fingers crossed if the heat's, if it gets a bit cooler than what it is now. And next Saturday we are live again, and another place where we're going. I will not. I won't let anybody know yet until I'm actually
Yeah, don't.
start advertising when we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
We always give people a little bit, and then on the time we go, we
Yeah.
advertise it coming up to it. But we are going to a beautiful place this next Saturday live, and obviously Wednesday, if it's cooler, I will be doing my haunted items and haunted dolls live.
And what we're
So
gonna
we've got
do,
some exciting things coming.
what we're gonna do very, very soon as well, before the Halloween and before I come over to you, we're gonna do a live Ouija board. We'll see that as well. And I've got a in my hair from my producer. Um, he's just said, "Oh yeah, we promised a live Ouija board." So we're going to do
Ouija
that.
board, Mark.
Yeah, yeah, Luigi.
Well, I own 6 Ouija boards, Mark,
But I tell
and
you what,
everybody does not like me using them. They don't like me using them. Not my team, the public. The public don't like me using them. But why have I got 6 boards? And I've had them for years because I go by the rules, and
right,
the rules
Steve,
will protect.
Steve,
Hmm.
I love you more than I did yesterday. You're an absolutely fantastic guy. Yeah, and
Thank you.
I'm gonna be more enthralled when I come over and see you. Don't forget, everybody, check us out on the live stream in autumn as we give away an Amazon Fire Stick. And all you need to do is just buy Steve and his crew a cup of coffee. Thank you, Steve. I salute you, my friend, and I'm getting spooky already.
Well, Mark, that's what it's all about, and it'll be great to link up. And everybody else, if you want to join in, remember, buy me a coffee.
Cheery bye,
Let's
Steve.
wait and see. Thank you, Mark. You take care, yeah?
And you too.